Hey everyone, today we're gonna do a little salad. Very simple. All I'm gonna say is this is our one and only ingredient. Well, our main ingredient. Look at the size of this guy. I mean, that's a solid 2 pound tomato, organically grown in my mother's garden in New Braunfels, Texas. So we're just gonna slice this baby open and make a little fresh side for our dinner tonight. Oh my god, I'm so excited about this. Of course, make sure your tomato is washed and cleaned. Look at the beauty. Look at that beauty. Oh my gosh. We're gonna, of course, keep that side. You want to cut about probably a quarter to a half an inch thick slices just to make them hearty enough to serve. Of course, our hands are freshly washed. I'm using a serrated knife, probably not the best option, but I got what I got. Look at that baby. I mean, that is just gorgeous. Then with these edges, I'm not gonna let any of that go to waste. I'm just gonna slice off around the stem part of the tomato, just to remove that part. And I'm gonna use these just as a little side garnish here. So all we're left with is waste is this little guy right there. Pretty much nothing. The rest is all you and me. So we're just going to take that. We're going to garnish it nicely. We're going to make our tablescape look beautiful. And what do we think? I mean, look at that. Beautiful. Next, I'm going to take a little bit of sea salt. Now remember, sea salt typically can be a little bit on the saltier side than your typical table salt. So you just want to be very sparing with that. And especially if you're watching your blood pressure or any sort of dietary restrictions you may have, you can be conscious of that when you're adding your salt content to this. So we're going to be very sparing on the salt, to say the least here. Throw a little bit over your shoulder there for good luck, because we always like good luck. And we're going to take just a little bit of black pepper. I love black pepper, so I'm going to be pretty liberal here. And then lately I'm on this sunflower oil kick, which I like it because it has a higher smoke point than your typical olive oil. But sunflower oil comes from France, this particular one. I'm just going to do a light drizzle here. This is gluten-free as well. The smoke point is 450 degrees, which is really nice. It's not going to be as high of a smoke point as your typical peanut oil, but for those of you who have nut allergies, this is a great alternative which will give you that higher cooking temp. Great for sauteing things, even for maybe even for frying things, if you like to fry like your own french fries or crispy potato chips, things like that. So now I'm gonna just take a little bit of some garnish here. I have these organic spring mix greens. Looks like we have some mizuna, a little bit of tango, oak leaf, chard, spinach, arugula, frisee, and radicchio. So I'm just gonna grab a little bit here. Gonna put that in the center there. No. A drizzle of that oil. This, and then I'm just gonna take a little bit of red onion. And I'm gonna just sprinkle them about here. Now, if you don't like onions, of course, that's up to you. I like the crispiness that it can give. Just a little bit of that bright, just je ne sais quoi to everything that you kind of added to. Also, I'm going to take a little bit of fresh lime here. Now you can use lemon, of course. I happen to have limes here accessible. So I'm just going to slice that open. I'm going to take a little bit. I'm just going to sprinkle that fresh juice on top, that nice acidity. That's going to really brighten up those tomatoes. It's going to brighten up those radicchio and the mizuna and the fresh arugula, and this is going to be the perfect dinner date salad. Now, how does that look? Isn't that beautiful? Thanks, guys. Have a great day.